Hi guys, Rick Shaw here. It's the 2nd of November, 2021, and we're having a beautiful day. I finally got a Derby. It was weird how it came. I ordered it beginning of the month because I have to get a size 64. Nothing else fits, and even this is a little bit on the tight side. It won't blow off in the wind, that's for sure. But I ordered it, and then a day or so later they sent me a thing saying it was out of stock and to cancel it. And okay, I canceled it. And it was a little more pricey than any of the other ones on Lazada because it was the only one in that size. And so I had to cancel the order, and they put the money back in the wallet. And then I was going back and forth with the company saying, well, can you get a larger, are you going to get them in? Or are you going to, can you notify me when you do? Because I'd really like to have one. And it was just like, no, So then I get a notice that it was being shipped. And I already had the money back. I even looked in the wallet again to see if it was there. Yeah, it's there. So I hit the guy again on the chat. And it just keeps the whole line of chat so they can see everything we talked about. And I said, did you get your money for this or what? And yeah, they were, and it came today. So I was going to get one years ago when I was in England, and to get it was like a special hat place, and they have beautiful suits in there. The English are some pretty stylish people when it comes to clothes, that's for sure. And this guy said, oh yeah, I'll have it for you. We can get it. And okay, great. So I didn't bother looking anywhere else. And then the day I was getting ready to get out of there, didn't have it. So I never got one. But got one now. And the price was great. I'm not going to do anything about it with Lazada because they hooked me for $1,900 at one time. And going back and forth with them, they kept saying, give us your bank statements to show you didn't get it. Well, how stupid is that? I said, you give me the statements. A statement showed me that I got it. I did send it to them. I took pictures and sent it to them on the chat, and they never did anything about it. So I was out like 1,900 and some pesos on an order that was canceled. As soon as I placed it, they canceled it, but they never gave the money back. And they said it could take 45 days. I waited a couple months, and still, they're just, they just keep playing dumb, and I don't like that. That's one thing I don't like about them. But I'm glad this wallet thing goes on now. But another thing I've been watching. Come on, guys. Watch out the grass there, okay? That's a good chance to get a snake. But with this climate summit they got going on, and this is just wanting to be world rulers. They got old Bummer up there now. He wants to be the lord over all the planet. I mean, this is just getting too ridiculous for me to even believe. But now we got this meta thing coming on with Facebook. I guess I don't know if they changed it already. I don't have it anymore, but I won't be having anything to do with that. I'd love to be completely out of the Google stuff anyway. Just be completely away from that. And once this phone's gone, it's probably going to happen. And when I go to the computer and get it set up, probably on Rumble or something like that, then it's going to be. I think I can be done with Google for that, because you can get de-Google stuff. There's a guy named Rob Braxman. He's kind of like a Chinese-looking guy. And he's got a lot of stuff on security, different phones they have, and I'll go back and forth with him. I'd like to. It'd be nice if somebody could build. Everybody around here can build you a desktop, but I can't find anyone that'll build you a laptop. Which is kind of a bummer, but that's the way that goes. But we'll see. All the stuff, even on the phone, when it comes to privacy stuff, when you try to lock out stuff on Google, it automatically turns itself on. I don't even use that stuff. I don't even use Google for the internet or anything. I have Brave browser and use DuckDuckGo. So I don't even use Google, but every now and again I'll go and check into the Google, and it's got stuff turned back on. You turn it off, deny, and and it just turns itself back on. So you're never going to be able to deny them from harvesting all your data. That's why it'd be nice to have. Okay, hang on. These guys want to race again. Okay, move right there. Ready? Go. Here they go. Oh, Matty, he's a boogie. He's my boogie boy right there. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. That looked like a tie to me, guys. That was a heck of a tie there.
It is a tie.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good race for you guys. That's a good way to beat feet, Matty, and pass him if you can. That's for sure. I got him passing his brother now where he doesn't grab him. Before he was winning everyone because he would grab him by the shirt or something and pull him back a little bit while he passed him. And, well, you can't do that, bub. Against the rules. So that's kind of cool. But we're having a good day just out for another hike, ride the bikes and stuff like that. I was going to get Maddie another bike. We found like a one with the. I know, but he would rather have a skateboard, and there's a lot of them, a lot of nice skateboards for sale, and one with the nice quiet wheels and stuff like that, nice bearings, and so we'll get him that. That'll be his Christmas present. I still like to get him a bike though, so we can all ride together. But he loves that scooter. He runs that scooter, and Mumu has a little pedal bike, but he likes that one where he runs with his feet. And so, you know, Maddie uses his sometimes. It's a little small for him, but it's all good. You know, as long as we keep getting out and doing stuff, that's good with me. Mama's busy with her little store, so you know, she's kind of going on that. We've been running into town getting stuff. I hope she finds. We're going to go to Padre Garcia maybe the next day or so, and I'm going to just let her go around while I'm doing the shopping to see if she can find a better place for the drinks and things like that she buys. And I know up there we get the eggs cheap. I told you in one of the videos before, I went up to the guy. She was saying, oh, where it is, and so I went up to ask him, and he wanted $180 for the tray, which is 36 eggs. So, and that 180's double, you know. So in dollars, it's not a bad, still not a bad deal or anything like that. But then when I saw her coming up the path, she said, "No, that was the one. That's the one where I go." And she went up there, got it for 120. You know, so immediately they saw me and just kicked the price up. And I even walked up to the guy and just gave him a look, shook my head. You know, because that's uncalled for. You know. When you're selling something and you're making money selling it, why you got to gouge people? You know, why do you got to skin tax the heck out of me and get me to where I would rather she wouldn't even go to that guy ever again. Just go somewhere else, even if it is 140. Just don't even go to his stupid store when they do that to me. I don't want to shop there anymore. You know, but she said she'd look for somebody else for 120. And then I don't ever want to go back to that guy. I don't want to spend money that we worked for and give it to some guy who's going to just rip me off because he can. You know, they don't put the prices on stuff in a lot of these places. Now, the little lady I went to, she didn't gouge me or anything. My wife says, yeah, it's a good price. Last time we paid a lot for the watermelon, but you know, it's just not season for them. But we're getting cucumbers now. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's in season now, so we're getting some pretty good deals. It's mostly vegetables now, and we go through them. I mean, it's no joke. We'll spend a couple thousand every week, pesos just on getting fruits and vegetables. And you know, I got the kids into eating a lot of that stuff raw. One of my favorite things, and it's like a favorite breakfast. You throw the cucumbers in the bowl. You dump the cider vinegar with the mothers all on top of it. And I saved that and dump it in real heavy with pepper. Sometimes might even throw a little bit pieces of just regular pepper, like a green pepper type thing or a red pepper. Throw that in there and eat the heck out of it. I mean, I just love it. That's and it fills me up. Some people, that wouldn't fill you up. Yeah, it fills me up. I mean, that's my breakfast. I don't get hungry like a lot of people do. My wife will go and then she's hungry. Hi, buddy. But not me. I mean, sometimes I can just go without eating. I mean, I'll wake up in the morning, if I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat, and then later on, sometimes it might be noon or 2 o'clock before I start getting hungry. Now, I do fast quite a bit, especially with this back problem. I've been doing that, and thanks, guys, for the tips on all that stuff in the comments. But I've been doing that for quite a long time, some serious fasts, and it's good for your system. I really worry about this gut thing, because it just affects everything. When it starts backing up, everything gets affected. The breathing, the heart rate, just my general feeling. I just don't feel good, get lightheaded. So, hey, you love your brother? Uh-huh. Two boys. They're really doing good. They got the tutor was here most of the morning with Dorothy. It wasn't Maddie's turn. I guess he's not going to do him every day. But he's picking stuff up real quick. Dorothy's moved up to, we advanced her a little bit more than where she's supposed to be. We're just going to keep kicking this up. If she learns it, and then we don't just go over it in the morning. We'll go over the same stuff again in the evening. That's drill and repetition. And I don't care what they say. I remember when they came out with that out-based education, it's the outcome, blah, blah. Nah, that's for dummies. You get them a good solid foundation of drill and repetition so that they know something. They got it. That's the way to learn. And when they try to do this out-based or Goals 2000 bull crap, they wrap it up in a funny name. Okay. It doesn't work, guys, And then they got this, you hear these teachers say, well, kids can't learn. It's a pile of baloney. Kids are sponges. They're going to learn what you teach them. The more you feed them, the more they soak up. That's just the way it goes. And these little guys are no different, I think, though, when it comes to being extraordinarily bright, it's Geronimo. He's really got a sound mind, and the stuff he talks about, it's like he's way advanced for his years. He'll have a conversation with you. It's amazing. Some people that come around and I tell them, talk to him, talk to him, and they're like, wow, and he's got his vocabulary's getting bigger. Because he asks. He'll ask me what that, if he hears a word, he'll ask me what it means. And he won't ask me if there's a movie on or something like that. He'll hit me up the next day. And I'll say, where'd you hear that word? Oh, it's on the movie yesterday. And he'll tell me about what the movie was. And I'll say, oh, okay, and I'll explain it to him. Muma's got to go up one. Go up a line, because it's a longer course. He's got to go farther. And then more, Moo. More. This is a bigger circle. Okay, ready? Go. You got to get a faster start, Moo. Go, Moo, go. Beat it out. Come on, beat it out. Beat it out. Go, go, go. Oh, boy. All right. Yeah, my guys, they love to race around. Okay, don't go that way, Moo. We're going to go around the circle. But when I was a kid, I loved to run and ride the bikes and go as fast as I could, and they're just like it. They love the motorcycle rides and the bicycle rides, and they want to go fast on the bike.
Can we pet Mr. Boney?
No. Let's not go to Mr. Boner right now. We named that dog Boner. Poor thing's in jail. But what happens with him every time you pet him, his boner pops out. So we call him Boner. But he peed on Dorothy. He got so excited he pees. Because nobody does anything with him. They throw a feed bowl down. And they don't pet him. They don't love him up. And he's a fantastic, just a sweet dog. That would be a most perfect house dog for somebody. He's just a love. And he's sentenced to life imprisonment, which is really sad here. It just it kind of breaks your heart when you see that, but it's so many places, so many. But there's a white dog out here. The security guards took care of it. They have the roving security guards all the time, and I talked to them because we got chased twice now by this dog. And you go by on the bike and he blasts out and starts chasing you. That's why when I'm down on this end, I keep it in second gear so we could zoom away real quick. And he'll chase us way down the road barking at us. And, the bark doesn't sound like it's a nice one. He sounds like he's mean, but I've been feeding him loose. He's got a collar though, so he belongs to somebody. But he wasn't out last night. I think the guards caught him. They caught him up for something because he wasn't out, or maybe they knew the owner and told him to put their damn dog in. Because that's no good. You can't have these dogs running around like that. I can understand if a dog gets loose. That happens. That happens to anybody who owns a dog. Your dog's going to get loose. But this one here is loose all the time. I see that with people with cats. Cats don't bother anything, and leave their cats out every night. Well, what the hell? I don't want no stinking cat coming around pissing on mine. I lived in a house where they used to come up to the corner of the house and the males would piss there, and then all night they'd be screeching at each other. And I told the different people, get rid of those cats, get rid of them, or I will. And some of the people got their cat. Don't leave it out. If it's a stray cat to me, because nobody really puts collars on cats. I've known people that the cats live in their house their whole life, but these ones that they let out at night, I finished them. I wasn't having any of that, because it actually, when we would go into the basement of the house, before I fixed the block work on the corner under the porch, you could see daylight through it, and that's where they would piss, and you'd go downstairs and it just stunk. It just stunk from cat piss, and it's like they peed right through the crack on purpose. And I just got fed up with that. But here there's a bunch of cats running around, and I don't particularly like that at all. That one that comes around, I don't mind her because she does take a lot of mice. She won't come in the house anymore. She came in the house and I thumped her a good one. I mean, I knocked her down, hit her as hard as I could with a wooden rod that I had in my hand, and now that kitty will come up to the threshold of the door, but she won't enter for nothing. So her and I have a great understanding, and I'll pet her. She's not a nasty cat or anything. She's got more kittens again, but the boy's got a pup. One fella got a dog from somebody. I wouldn't mind having it. It's a nice dog, but it's going to be a fraidy cat. It's just scary, barks at everybody, and now they got it on a chain underneath their little hut. And there it is. There's another thing. Why have a dog? Well, why would you have a dog like that? You're just going to get a dog and chain the damn thing up. I just never understood that. A lot of my dogs I had, hunting dogs were different, but a lot of the house dogs and dogs I kept around the house, if I went somewhere, they went with me. I remember going for walks in the country. I always had a bunch of them with me, following me around. And that's like the kids. They want to go for a walk. And so when I went somewhere, I went. And if I had to go into a store or something, they'd stick around. They'd wait. They'd wait until I come out. And some places you could take them in. There was one place I used to stop in, and it was a little bar. I never stayed there to drink or anything, but I'd go and get a bottle of beer or something. Old Milwaukee 40 ounce or something like that. And the owner was like, "Hey, you never bring your dogs in. I want to see your dogs." And he was a big heavy-set guy. Didn't get around too good. Him and his wife, older couple. So they were cool with me bringing the dogs in. And the dogs would come in. They'd pet them up because I kept them clean. I never let my dogs get stinky. The hunting dogs were, but not the house dogs. And they'd pet them up and love them. And then one day I had one little. It was a bigger Cocker Spaniel mix, and him and his wife, they just really fell for that dog. And I liked her, little blonde pup, kind of shaggy, and fast as lightning. Boy, she could really move. Beagles aren't that fast, but the Cocker Spaniel in her. And she had a real short snout on her, though. And nice dog, though, real friendly. And it liked them, and that lady liked that. And he was saying, "Hey, could we buy that dog off you?" And I'm, "No, you can't buy it off me." And he kind of was looking a little sad because his wife really wanted it. And I said, "You just take her. You can have her." And they had that little pup until it died. And boy, I'll tell you what, that dog got spoiled. They fed it what they ate, and it stayed in the bar. But it knew when I gave it to him, it stayed with them. And anytime I came with the other dogs, maybe it might be a month or two later, I'd come out of the place, it would come to the door and bark at us when we left, but it would go right back inside. So she knew she had new family, and that was kind of cool. But dogs are smart. People don't seem to get it, and to put them on a chain, And basically, you know, they're in solitary even though they're outside. They're on a short chain. And that's why a lot of these ones here, I will go up and pet them. We didn't go pet them now. I don't want the kids getting pissed on, but it's a shame. I just feel so bad about that. We're still on a hunt for a dog. You know, I'm open to almost any kind of dog, but can't seem to find one for a decent price. You know, especially when they jack the price up, and I don't like that. You know, they know they know it's a white guy, so they want to jack the price up. But there's one fella I know that raises them, and he did give me a good price one time, but it's I forget the name, a Keto or something. They look like a shepherd, like a black shepherd or something, but them things are super high energy. I've known people had them. You have to really spend a lot of time with them. You could never leave them in a car anywhere. They chew the crap out of stuff. You know, they just got to be doing something all the time. So that's not a good fit for us, even though it was beautiful dogs he has. Him and his wife raise them. And the price was good. You know, I couldn't believe actually it was a very low price. Couldn't believe the good price, but just couldn't go for that. You want to go one more time around, guys?
Okay.
Okay, you go this line, Maddie. Momo, you go up there to the other line.
What?
Okay, keep going.
Stop.
Okay, ready? Go! Oh, Maddie, beat it out, Maddie, come on. Beat it out. Beat it out. Look at that. Good job, guys. Good job. My little running buddies. Got to run their energy off, that's for sure. I remember years ago riding the horses, and you got to do the same thing to horses. You got to keep them moving and keep them running. I had a buddy that had them, and he let me ride them anytime I wanted. Any single time I wanted to show up at his place. He had a little tack room on his barn. Saddle was in there. He had a saddle that was adjusted for me, and them horses would see me, and they'd be all happy. And I liked riding them because they weren't those real. I've been on horses where it just beats the hell out of you, but these ones, if you let them have their head a little bit, and they get into that gallop, they weren't too bouncy. You could kind of stand up a little bit on the stirrups, and it was cool. And those horses really like to run, especially if you were going up hills. And I would ride the one, brush it down, go back and ride the other one. And he wasn't far. He was on my way to work for many years. So I would stop there in the morning. I would stop in the morning and go for like a half-hour ride on each one. And because I always woke up early, and used to always just pack my lunch and do whatever I was going to do, and then just go over there and spend about an hour and a half, and always brush them down real good. And even though him and his wife would be sleeping, they knew it was me. They knew I was coming. He was real good buddy, real good buddy. But haven't spoken to him in a long time. Lost touch with him. He was an anti-shot for the kids for way back, back in the 80s, and they did homeschooling, and he just wasn't into any government stuff. He didn't want any really emails or anything like that. The only way I got a hold of him was letters. Him and I actually wrote letters back and forth. When I moved out west, I was writing him then, and then he moved, and he never sent me never sent a forwarding address. And then when I moved to the desert, I got a letter forwarded to me from him. It went down to where I used to live, and then they sent it up the hill to where I was, and there was no return address on it. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I couldn't answer it. That was the last I heard of him, but he was a pretty good buddy. He loved his horses. He was a good hell for hunting too. He loved to hunt, and always Grizzly Adams type guy. Always wore his beard. He had some Irish in him, so he was red. Nice guy though. Good family. And they were a lot of them where I lived when I was in the Midwest. A lot of people were anti all that stuff. They'd go into the school said, "Oh, these kids got to have this polio. They got to have this." No, we're not taking it. And there was so many like that. Did the same thing for mine. Just no. But they didn't push it back then. Now it's this big crazy push that's going on. But it's a shame that it is. my big deal, guys, I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time so everybody's got it. I want choice. That's all. It's not about whether this thing is good or bad. That's a side point. That is a side point. It's about somebody telling me I got to do something. Why should one man be able to lord over you? Is he a king? Is he our king? The last king I ever heard of is Jesus the Christ. That's it. That's my Lord and Savior and our Creator. So, no man should be able to lord over any other man to do anything. It's just absolutely ridiculous. But that's what they want to do. That's exactly what they want to do. But it's cool. I finally got my Derby after, I don't know, 30 years of wanting one. There was a lot of fellas when I was over in England that wore them. We'd stop in. My buddy over there, stop into like a pub. They had these little tiny pubs where everybody knew each other and stuff. And there were a couple guys that had derbies, and that's where I was like, yeah, that's a nice hat. But nothing to fit. One guy wanted to give me one, but it was like a 6 3/4 or something, or 7 1/4 something. I couldn't even get it on my head. But I'm going to go ahead and let you go. I don't know. I don't think we have any. There's that little girl. Hi, baby. Meow. How you doing, baby? Come here. Come on. How you doing? Are you okay? Yeah, you got your foot hurt, didn't you? She got chewed up on something. Her foot's all busted up. I hope she's not pregnant again, but could be. The kids and I were out riding today. They love that machine, so I'm gonna let you go. And this is Derby Dan out.